Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for that. I greatly appreciate it. This is the daily forecast for all signs. This is a shared collective forecast. So it's for all signs, for anybody who sees it, and it's really for whenever you see it, right? So it is originally created for the 27th of May, which would be Friday, but it's not necessarily set for that date in the sense that if you're watching this on the 35th of October, which doesn't even exist, right? But say you've made it to the 35th of October and you're watching it, post Halloween and everything, right? That's how it would be on the 35th. I don't know why it's on the 35th, but anyways. It still may apply. If the reading fits, use it, right? Like if it supports you in what you already kind of intuitively know and you've been feeling or thinking about, then please use it as a source of support and guidance in that way. I do not want the readings to necessarily make the decision for you though. So keep that in mind, guys. These are here to use as a complement to sort of your own intelligence and intuition, not to like replace it. You have the power and the beauty of free will. That's the whole point of being on this planet and making decisions, even mistakes, which aren't really ever mistakes if you're truly looking at them in hindsight, right? We understand sometimes we have to go through challenges and face things that we didn't really necessarily enjoy in the moment. But after the fact, we're like, oh, now I get why I had to go through that, right? So use these videos to kind of help support you in moving you through those situations or making, supporting you in making those decisions. But you are ultimately responsible for those decisions. Please check out the drop-down menu on the daily video, especially if you're new. I say this in all of my videos just because I want to make sure you guys are checking it out. In there is a little bit about, how to use my videos, which is most important. What decks I'm using in any given video. There's Amazon affiliate links in there. So if you purchase a deck, I get a small percentage of the sale. How to contact me for a private reading. And let me tell you, those can be bang on and really good. They're going to be much more distinct and direct than these broader collective focused readings. And how to follow me on social media. So if you choose to do so. Those of you that are also new, ways to support the channel, please hit that thumbs up button. The more thumbs up that I get on a video per watch, the better the algorithm wants to treat me, is my understanding. So if, I get 40 watches on a video and I have 20 likes, that means people are liking the quality of my videos and my content. And that means that YouTube is going to push it out to other tarot seekers, right? And that's what we want. We want people to find the page. I've been rambling around here for about 4 years now. And I'm ready for it to get, a little bit more large, the community. So please help in doing that by just hitting that thumbs up button. Leaving a question or comment also helps because it just shows interactivity on the page. I do read them and I like them. I will respond to them, especially like if it's somebody that's new. It also lets me know that you're here and you're watching and how the readings are landing with you guys. So I really appreciate those questions and comments. And then subscribe. If you're very new and you don't have a subscription to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I go live or every time new content goes up, which is daily. I don't know why, but this morning I feel like doing a live on Friday night. Now this is Thursday morning that I'm filming this, so I'm hoping that that's the case. You guys aren't going to see this until tomorrow morning, but there might be me going live. I haven't been live in a while. I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm thinking I want to go live Friday night after work. We'll see how well my reading skills go and my day at work. I will let you know, but I'm thinking about maybe just doing a live event where I do some card readings. So leave me comments if you're interested or if you think you'll show up. I don't get off work until 6:30 Central Time. I am in the center of the country, so it won't be until after 6:30 Central Time, and hopefully I won't be too tired or have had too rough a day at work. But I may do a live Friday night is my feeling. I'm not sure. I'm feeling a little bit itchy about wanting to get back to live. I just don't know when and where because now my work schedule has changed. So keep a lookout for that. All right, let's get into these cards and see what's going on. I will be referencing the Sunday Underpinning energy. That is located or will populate at the end of this video in the lower left-hand corner if you want to watch that so you understand what I'm referencing. Those videos are filmed at the beginning of the week, which starts on Sunday. And it just kind of gives us a brief underview or overview, if you want to call it, of what to expect. And it adds a layer of depth to the daily reading. So you'll hear me refer to cards that you may not see here, or previous cards and previous readings throughout the week. I kind of tie it all together. Again, if you're watching on a different date, it still may apply. So don't worry about that. All right, so let's see, what do they want us to know for Thursday, the 26th? I'm also trying to shop decks right now. I just picked a brand new Oracle deck. For those of you that like to buy me gifts on Amazon, which I love you for it, I've added some new Oracle decks on there. They're very simple. They're called intuitive something or other decks. And I kind of love them because they're just simple phrases around like love or insight, the inner depths. I ordered one for myself, but there seems to be like 3 others. And I've added those and some new decks to my wish list. If you're interested in, buying me a new deck, check it out. It'll mail directly to my house, and you might see it in future months' broadcasts. All right, let's get into this. I also have been yammering to want to do pick-a-cards, and I just haven't found the time. But I have a couple of decks sitting here on my desk that have been here for a little while that are here for a pick-a-card. I purchased them in the store, and I know I need to do a pick-a-card with them. So that might be coming soon too. I was actually contemplating this morning. God, I'm really yammering this morning. I was actually contemplating this morning maybe doing live pick-a-cards. I know that's sort of weird, but what I would do is I would set the decks up. You guys would choose your decks, and then I would shuffle them, put together a pile, and then do the reading for you live. But then I don't know how that format would work, but it might be interesting because I don't think anybody does it that way. All right, let's see what the card is. Hello, 3 of Pentacles. Talk about successful collaboration. I'm digging it. Okay. So what I am going to reference back to is a Sunday reading. And because the minute I see this, it made me think instantly that page of Pentacles that we had in the midweek, right? And that page is sort of in that state of learning, that state of youth, that state of trying to figure things out and set a course of achieving what we want, maybe materially in our life. Now, material, obviously, because Pentacles is the sort of the body aspect of all of this, or the physicality, the, money, career, things like that. When I see pages, I always think we're in a learning phase, right? We're always sort of studying. We're trying to figure things out. We're setting course on maybe a new path. New information could be coming to us, right? In regards to a certain aspect or a certain thing that we want. And Page of Pentacles is definitely about creating it, making it happen on a material or physical level. This could be even for some of you that are love seeking. This could be about, creating those first steps towards that right relationship that you're looking for. But when I see this, the 3 of Pentacles says to me that whatever the page was learning underpinning the midweek, right, we're actually putting to practical use. The 3 of Pentacles is always about successful collaboration, coming together and bringing one's own sort of special awareness, intelligence, gifts to the sauce in a way, right? And through collaboration and remaining open to those that are around them, the messages that are around them, the things that are coming to you, utilizing those things to our advantage to be successful, right? And to begin to build in a rather productive, meaningful way that will lead to success. I love in this card, because I've not ever seen this card in this deck, I love that she is playing this sort of song. She's beginning to learn her own song. There's a thing in shamanic belief about finding your own song within. And it was kind of, when I took this class a while back, it was interesting to sort of try and find my own song. It brought me to the fact that, I'm going to get emotional, that I had lost my song in some way, shape, or form, just because in the way the world is sort of set up, there's so much that preoccupies our attention, our work, our families, our love lives, our money, our everything, that we can lose sight of the song that is within our hearts. And so spending this weekend, and I think it was in New Hampshire, where was I? I can't remember. This was a few years back. I was doing a shamanic study course, and it was over the course of a weekend, and we were doing drum circles and trying to find our songs. And I had realized sort of how out of touch I had become with my own song. So I love that she's sort of playing her own song in a way. finding her rhythm, creating something beautiful out of the music that is her, right? It almost feels like she's attracting these sort of little orbs and lights and things to her, right? And her head is down, but I don't feel as though she's sad. I feel like she's sort of concentrating on what it is she wants. Again, she's moving towards the future, which we saw that in yesterday's card with that Knight of Swords. I mean, sorry, Knave of Swords. He was definitely pointed towards the future. Whatever investigation, whatever inquisitiveness, whatever sort of like, I don't know, mental realizations that we've come to or studied or figured out, I think we're now putting to practical application and starting to move forward in the creation aspect of it all, right? The actual physical manifestation of it. And it will be successful. Underpinning this, because we now are at Friday. Yes, some of that Page of Pentacles is underneath this, but I think this is an upgrade or a graduation from him into, okay, now from what I've learned, I'm ready to apply. I'm ready to work together with others to make this happen, to create my song, to sing my song, to present myself to the world and get out there and make it happen, right? I also love threes because threes to me remind me of the balance of the mind, body, spirit connection, right? Where things are kind of humming and working together in conjunction rather than in discord, right? And sometimes we can slip into discord inadvertently just through living life. You know, we might be paying one area of ourselves or one area of our trinity kind of more attention than others, right? And, you know, sometimes people go off the deep end and make it all about the spiritual when they forget that this is a physical existence, right? We do have a physical body. And sometimes the new agers or the people that like the metaphysical people that are so all about 5D, 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 and this, that, and the other, it's like, honey, you know, you're in a 3D body. Don't forget, like your soul incarnated to create this body to be on this physical plane. There's an aspect to physicality that teaches us just as much as the spirit does, right? It's great to be aware of your spirit and conscious of your spirit, but you don't want to make that your only soul goal, right? So that's why Pentacles is represented in the tarot, right? It's to honor that. So here we are honoring our song, maybe creating our song in a successful way that is moving us forward as we concentrate and as we look at, you know, fine tuning what it is that we maybe want, how it is that we're going to go about getting there, and also remaining open. That inquisitiveness and that open-mindedness, I feel that yesterday's card, the Knave of Swords, represents is being open to others, their influence, their suggestions. That's the collaboration that we see that leads to success with the Three of Pentacles. Now, you could be the collaboration to somebody else's success too, with this card being present. So keep that in mind, because the beauty in that is that we end up getting to see, you know, oh, wow, I'm of value, right? I know something that helped them, and I've applied it from my own experience or from my own wisdom, right? So that's beautiful. Speaking of wisdom, I'm going to talk about the underpinning card of the week or the weekend going into this, since we're at Friday. So these next 2 days, I feel like her influence is underneath all of this. And she is that beautiful, beautiful high priestess. She's associated with the sign of Pisces, which is quite complementary to this Three of Pentacles, because Pentacles is earth and Pisces is water signs. So earth and water are complementary to one another. They oftentimes buffer each other or support one another, in my opinion. They can also teach each other sort of the other side of things, right? The more emotionality of the energy of Pisces and the psychic senses and the ephemeral being coupled with the earthy, practical, reality-based materialness of the Pentacles, right? So I like that she's here underneath this, because this says to me that there's also, not only is there a practical physical application that's taking place that should be successful with whatever we're looking at or moving towards, but there's also this wisdom within that should be building, if it's not already there, that we are connected to, that is also guiding us. And that would be the High Priestess's influence. So staying in touch with both of those is equally valid and equally important, and giving them each equal measure, right? Allowing that sort of maybe that spirit connection of the High Priestess to drive the decisions or the notes that we play in our song as we move forward throughout this day. I don't know why I'm caught up on this song. Let's look at the Oracle card. This is from the Sacred Traveler. We have the Gates of Triumph. Success expands in your life. Hello, success through collaboration. Success expands in your life. new doors may be opening for us, right? New paths. And I feel like that was sort of the case with both of those knaves showing up in the midweek, right? Especially with the midweek card of the Knave of Pentacles, because that's about setting about new paths or new opportunities. Again, those paths and opportunities are going to be, for each one of you that watches this video, it's going to be something individual, right? It's going to, for some of you, maybe a job. For the others, maybe better finances. For another one of you, it might be, oh, I'm setting this new path towards love, right? But whatever it is that we're setting, where the doors are opening and we're beginning to move forward. And we may need support. We might need advice. We might need suggestions. We might need to look to the outside environment for cues or ideas as to how to get there. But we're going to also bring our own perceptions, our own awareness, our own intelligence to this and add that to the mix. And it to me, it feels like it will be successful. Her head down, I am going to say this too. I'm not bothered by that because that's also giving me a little bit of the silence that is represented by the High Priestess underneath this. So even like to go back to the song metaphor, if we're creating and collaborating to create our song in our universe or to materially manifest what it is that we want, there's a silence and a wisdom within us that we're also harboring and we're allowing to be our guide as we move through these times or these changes or these shifts towards what it is we want. The gates of triumph are opening to us. Success will be expanding for us. I have no doubt. There's a new dawn there as we see that sun begin to rise on the new path. And as that sun rises, we see that path more clearly. So that also, to me, indicates some of the newness of both of the knaves that we saw or the pages that we saw in the midweek. That's okay. That newness is going to fall away and we're going to feel much more adept and available or aware, and the wisdom of the High Priestess kicks in and we begin to move forward. Now, let me read you Gates of Triumph, just because I like to read the Oracle card. We've seen this card before, but I'm going to read it to you again. Success expands in your life. The gates of triumph are waiting to open deep and wide for you. Inner and outer success is coming your way. And I'm just going to say inner, outer. Inner would be the High Priestess. Outer would be the Three of Pentacles, material versus spiritual. Thriving is the state of mind. Accept that you can reach any goal you desire, and even more victories will expand in your life. The more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune will pour into your life. Arriving in a foreign hamlet, wreaths of flowers are placed around the sacred traveler's shoulders. The townspeople celebrate and honor the traveler. The village elders know the challenges faced and overcome and are welcoming with open arms. If a situation knocks you over, get up and brush yourself off and discover what you learned. I think I just said this about you guys maybe helping others through your own experience and sort of, is there really mistakes when we look back on things in hindsight? You aren't a failure if you fall down, only if you stay down. So keep going and believe in yourself. This is what true success is. Acknowledge your accomplishments in life. They are more than you imagine. Victory, good fortune, and triumph are at hand. I love that. This card gives me a bit of the Six of Wands vibe, which I'm fine with because Six of Wands is about celebrating oneself and being okay with everything as it is, and it's kind of like a homecoming in a strange way. But to me, with these cards, the last two cards especially, yesterday's and today's, these are moving towards a future that we are laying the path for, that we have sort of our sights on, I want to say, and it's very possible that it's out there for us. Remember, the grounding stone for this week is that idea of freedom. So as we look at these gates that are opening up, are we actually freeing ourselves and moving towards something new? I like that. Let's get the grounding stone for today. So this is what we are to ground in today. Yesterday was also create. So remember, we are creating all of this as we go. Here is what you should be grounding in while you're moving through this, and that is hope. That is the open-mindedness and the idea of all of this is available to us. There are signs, symbols, suggestions that should be coming to us from all around us through this Three of Pentacles that will offer us opportunity to move forward and to expand in success. Remain hopeful. Hope is a very high vibrational energy that will help us to kind of bring about the things that we seek. Does that make sense? We also saw joy in one of the grounding stones earlier this week. So stay positive minded, stay in hope. Like there's this great magnet that I have that was a gift from a friend. It says dwell in possibility. And that's how I think about hope is the idea of dwelling in possibility rather than pessimism, telling yourself that you can do it or that you have been through it, so you're stronger for having done it, right? That creates that hope that should be the driving force for you today to move forward and collaborate successfully. All right, that is your forecast. Please hit the thumbs up button, like, share, comment, subscribe. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow as we end out the week. And thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful day and take care. Bye-bye.